thanks for being here. Paul Price is CEO of the Argyle Group, a business-to-business media and marketing services company which helps its clients build their business using Argyle's integrated platforms, digital media, content, and event platforms. I know Paul from the Omnicom and DDB Group when he used to be the global president at RAP. Prior to that, he was a part of the global board at DDB. And he was this remarkable transformational leader at RAP and at DDB. And many of us remember his role with pride. Paul, it's great to have you here. Thank you. You've been a truly global leader in the advertising, direct marketing, and digital areas. As the world has moved more digital and attention spans have dropped, what would you like to share as insights on how to deliver differential consumer attention in today's times?
It's an excellent question. I've become, I think, more and more convinced as I've continued my passion for understanding what we mean by attention and what the science increasingly is helping us understand what attention is and the preconditions for attention. In particular, since I've read Thinking Fast and Slow, which is Danny Kahneman's book, explaining a new model of the way he sees the way in which we engage as humans and the way in which we truly learn at the risk of simplifying something much more complicated and without rambling too far off the question, Venkat, Kahneman describes two modes of thought. He describes system one and system two. And one is the intuitive style in which we enact with the world, and we're in that mode all the time, and it's automatic and we can't switch it off and it requires no energy. And then there's system two, which is this very complex way of which we engage, where we apply our brain, so to speak. And this does require lots of energy, and it explains why after long meetings or a long drive in heavy traffic, you become very tired. So I've become a very strong believer in this thinking about the way in which consumers pay attention. And the bad news about this model for most of those who know it and have worked in our industry is we've discovered that a great deal of what we thought was true is just wrong.
Right.
I don't believe that consumers have really differed that much in the way in which they've engaged, whether it was in the 1950s or the 21st century. I do believe that the instinctive areas in which marketers have leveraged emotion and our visual senses in particular have been very successful ways in which to engage. But I believe very strongly now, more so perhaps than ever, that we really have to rethink our assumptions, and that the industry operates under some very dangerous assumptions when it comes to what we think is effective. And the kind of anti-science crowd that you and I know well in the community is one which I think is part of the handicap that the industry suffers in making the change that it needs to make now.